Can you really build wealth? You might doubt the practicality of building wealth and consider it to be just a fantasy. You might think that since right now you don't own any major asset or have a big income, it is impossible to build wealth. Well, let me tell you differently. Yes, you really can build wealth, as thousands of people around the world have done. However, for that, you would need a source of income, no matter how small, and the secret time-tested money principles that have helped others build wealth since time immemorial. It's that second thing, the money principles, that I'm going to help you with. These are the secret money principles that every millionaire, billionaire, and wealthy person has followed to generate wealth. Hello there, I'm Manyara Kirago, and I have been a personal financial professional for the last 2 decades. In this video, I will tell you about the secret money principles to build wealth. By the end of the video, you will have a practical roadmap that you can follow to accumulate real wealth. A roadmap that has seen one of my clients grow from mediocre circumstances to a net worth of over 350 million shillings in slightly over 15 years. If you need help to ensure you get the best outcome with your finances, I am available for your support. Please check out my do-it-yourself online course, my one-on-one financial freedom coaching, and the Eternity Real Estate Program from the links in the description below. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and share it with anybody you think may benefit from it. Also, ring the bell icon to be notified each time I post a new video. So let's get started. Principle number 1, have a source of income. Having a reliable and steady income source is the first step you must complete. If you already have a source of income, like the job you have been doing, that's good. But if you don't, securing a dependable income stream is the top priority. However, simply having an income isn't enough. It must also be fortified for the long haul, an income that you can rely on. Once a steady income source is in place, the focus shifts to leveraging it for wealth building. This means allocating a portion of the income towards investments, savings, and assets with growth potential. But I will explain all that in the next steps. For now, your priority should be to have a source of income. It's because while pursuing wealth, it's important not to overlook the practical need to cover daily expenses. Income not only fuels the dream of financial independence, but also covers immediate needs. Whether it's essentials like housing and bills or discretionary spending, income ensures a comfortable standard of living while working towards long-term financial goals. If you doubt how your humble income will generate wealth, just trust the process. Follow the next steps and see how it works. Principle number 2, maximize your savings. That is, save 20 to 50% of your income. By now, you would have an income source. The next step is to keep aside a portion of that income to be used later. Regardless of your income level, having a savings habit is key to securing financial stability and prosperity down the line. This adaptable principle applies to all people of all income brackets, allowing everyone to participate in wealth creation by saving an appropriate amount. But how much percent of your income should you save? Well, that depends on your spending, your family size, your lifestyle, and so on. At least aim to save not less than 20% of your income to a maximum of 50%. By putting away 20 to 50% of your income every month, you actually create an amount that can be used to acquire assets. Believing in the process of wealth accumulation means having confidence in the power of consistent saving and disciplined financial management. Following the principle of having significant portion of your income lays the foundation for future wealth accumulation and financial independence. While it requires patience and persistence, Sticking to your savings goals sets you up for success in the long term. However, as your income and financial situation changes over time, it's important to adjust your savings habits accordingly. Regularly reviewing and adapting your savings targets ensures they remain in line with your current circumstances while keeping your focus on the ultimate goal of wealth building. However, savings would be challenging, especially if you used credit cards earlier to cover extra expenditures. That's when the principle number 3 comes in. Principle number 3, control expenditure. Focus on spending only on necessities. At the core of this principle is the concept of living within your means, or, if possible, below your means. You choose financial prudence over extravagance. This means distinguishing between wants and needs and consciously prioritizing the essentials. Following this principle requires temporary sacrifice, necessitating restraint from spending on non-essential luxuries to establish financial security. This means redirecting resources towards vital needs and savings while resisting the temptation of spending more. You should know that spending solely on essential items like food, housing, utilities, and healthcare allows you to channel the money you earlier spent on non-essentials towards savings. However, this does not mean that you will always sacrifice. This period of frugality is just a temporary phase within a broader strategy of wealth accumulation. Therefore, this austerity is not forever. Once wealth is accumulated and your financial goals are achieved, you can gradually start spending on your wants and enjoy a more comfortable lifestyle. It is not necessary to be a miser. Principle number 4, start investing. Investing is a wealth building tool. By this point, you would be saving 20 to 50% of your income every month. This would have generated a substantial sum in your savings account or wherever you're saving. And that's when you should consider investing it. When you invest, your money starts working and bringing in more money for you, which you simply receive wherever you're keeping it. Yes, you don't have to do any labor to earn it. But where should you invest? Well, that's when you should understand the difference between appreciating income-bringing assets and depreciating expense-generating assets and activities. Good assets actually bring money into your pocket, like rental property, unlike depreciating expense-generating ones like cars that take money out of your pocket in the form of fuel and maintenance. In Kenya, as in many parts of the world, real estate emerges as a dependable path for wealth accumulation, especially through rental properties. Investing in rental properties provides access to assets that produce consistent income through rent payments. Additionally, these properties have the potential to appreciate, strengthening overall wealth. But the amount you would have saved would not be enough to buy a rental property. For that, you would need to save until you have gathered enough money to pay a down payment. After that, you can buy the property and pay the mortgage payments from rental income. If the mortgage payment is a bit higher than the rental income, you can use the 20 to 50% of your income that you had earlier saved to cover the extra cost. Once the mortgage is paid, you will have a rental property that will bring you a steady rental income every month. But the wealth building process does not end here. Principle number 5, delay personal gratification. By this time, you would be receiving a rental income every month, and you will be tempted to spend it on your lifestyle. It might seem attractive, and you might want to reward yourself for the harsh savings that you have been making. But that's precisely the moment you should control yourself and think about delaying your gratification. It means holding back the urge to spend income immediately and delaying this urge. Meanwhile, the money that is not spent is invested, and you get a larger amount in future as a reward for this delay. You might think this reason would not be enough to hold you back. However, once you are on the road to wealth accumulation, your attitude changes and your outlook changes and you become more rational. And it is this delayed gratification philosophy that would do wonders for you. By putting rental income back into your real estate portfolio, you can speed up portfolio growth, acquire more properties, or improve existing ones. This reinvestment can lead to higher rental income and property values over time, ultimately enabling greater long-term wealth. Another advantage of delayed gratification is the opportunity to achieve financial freedom and security. By consistently reinvesting rental income and practicing smart financial management, investors can build a strong portfolio of income-generating assets that produce passive income streams. This passive income can eventually surpass living expenses, paving the way for financial independence and a comfortable retirement. Principle number 6, make use of compound growth. In this principle, you will use compound interest and reinvest passive income from rental properties to acquire additional rental units. Compound interest occurs when the interest earned on an investment is added to the initial amount. Therefore, you earn interest not only on the original amount, but also in the interest earned. For example, let's say you invested 10,000 shillings at an interest rate of 10%. After the investment period, you get 1,000 shillings as interest, in addition to the original 10,000. Now, if you invest both the 10,000 and the 1,000, which is your profit, you will make an interest of 1,000 shillings from the 10,000 and another 100 shillings from the 1,000 interest. You will have reinvested. That's called compound growth. In the case of rental properties, rental income serves as the principal amount. Reinvesting this income into acquiring more properties results in compounded growth. By reinvesting passive income from rental properties into acquiring more properties, you effectively diversify income streams. Each new property generates its own rental income, which, when reinvested, further expands your property portfolio. This compounding effect sets off a chain of growth, facilitating rapid wealth accumulation over time. Additionally, reinvested profits from rental properties allows you to leverage your capital. By using the income generated from an existing property as a down payment or investment capital for new units, you can boost your purchasing power and acquire assets that yield even more income. You should understand that compounding and reinvesting are precisely the tools that help you generate wealth faster and more effectively. Principle number 7, automate the process. It's always better if wealth generation becomes automatic and requires little effort. Therefore, automate the process by reinvesting the rental income and using income from your job to cover monthly expenses. However, you won't use all your income from your salary. You will still save the 20 to 50% and deposit in your investment account. You can also allocate a separate savings account where rental income will be deposited until the amount you have there is sufficient to pay a down payment to buy your next rental property. Deciding where the income from the various properties will go is essential, especially when you are pursuing a long-term goal like wealth generation. Principle number 8, give it time. At least 10 to 15 years. You should repeat all these steps for at least 10 to 15 years. You will consistently reinvest your rental earnings throughout this extended period to expand your wealth and acquire more properties. You will also continue your job as your salary will be crucial to cover the monthly expenses without taking a penny from your investments or rental income. The compounded effect of reinvesting your rental income will lead to significant wealth accumulation during this time. As this period progresses, you will realize you have enough rental properties to cover your personal expenses and lifestyle upgrades. Yes, it's precisely the time you can reward yourself by buying your dream car or your dream home. You can spend money on some luxuries, trips, branded amenities, and more. But be careful not to drain your investment portfolio. Giving yourself a little reward is good, but you should not consider this the ultimate destination. Interestingly, by this stage, the focus on wealth generation may become deeply ingrained into you, leading you to prioritize further investment over extravagant spending. Nevertheless, you rightfully deserve to enjoy the rewards of your hard work. If you follow these principles, you will generate wealth within 10 to 15 years. It will be sufficient to cover your lifestyle and expenses without you working at all. However, following a set of principles for 10 or 15 years is what creates the difference. Those who cannot follow fall, but those who do it sit on the wealth they have created. Would you like to follow these strategies that have helped not only modern people in making wealth, but even the merchants of the past? Isn't it true that these principles are like money laws or principles that will work no matter what, with the only condition that you follow them? In the comments section below, tell us what amount of wealth you would like to accumulate. If you want to learn in more detail how you too can generate passive income through real estate investing so that you can finally gain financial freedom, then what you need to do is watch my free training. Click the link in the description below to get immediate access. If you love this video, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel for practical insights on financial freedom, personal finance, and financial literacy. Thank you for watching.